How is everyone? Hope you have a lovely day. So with me here, we have a laptop. This is coming from another computer repair shop. It's a Samsung. Let me see the model. Samsung notebook model NP300E5A. That's the model of this Samsung laptop. This is coming from another technician who is trying to fix things. But uh, it's very hard to figure out what's going on. People, they don't want to learn. That's the problem. I've seen a lot from the channel. Like you upload a 30 minutes video, a person will just go for 2-3 minutes. Obviously, you can't learn anything. So the problem with this laptop came in for no repair, and it doesn't have power. Doesn't have power. The screws are out. This cover is missing. Yeah, we received this job today like this. So there's no battery. The hard drive is there. So what we can do, let's plug in the power supply and start checking some things. This is the HP adapter. We need a Samsung adapter. Samsung. It should be this one. Yeah, it is this one. It is this one. What kind of current do we have on the power supply? 3.2. The power supply is not on the screen, but yeah, voltage drop to 2.7 volts and it's taking max current. Here we have a short. Let me show you under microscope. Maybe you can see what I'm seeing here. This is the adapter. I want you to pay attention here on the power supply. Plug in the adapter. You can see the sparks. Check the voltage drop. 3. Is taking 2. We have 2 volts and it's taking 3.2 amps. Soon as we plug the power supply. So that means we have short to ground. That means we have short to ground. So let's get inside this and try to see what is shorting. People, they don't know how to diagnose things. They don't want to learn actually. Because we are posting these videos almost every day. You know, laptops might be different, but the diagnosis procedure should be the same. Should be the same. But people, they're still bringing their devices for repair. The back cover is out. Yeah, they took out all the screws. Maybe they tried something inside. You don't know. I can see the charging port. They tried to replace the charging port. They tried to replace the charging port. Let's take out all the connectors. The laptop is not coming on. It's the charging system. I found that many customers, they come, my laptop is not working. Can you please fix me a charging system? Trust me, it's very rare to have problems of charging system, mostly on laptops. Maybe on some Acer kind of, and this is Samsung. But it's very rare. In most cases, you have motherboard problem there. We have the charging port, which is not soldered properly. So What can be shorted on this motherboard? What can be wrong here? So what we have on this motherboard, this is the charging port here. Maybe they tried to replace, this charging port was replaced. I can see. Maybe they thought it's a charging port problem. Check the charging port. The charging port was replaced. They thought maybe it's a charging port problem. Oh. So what can we spot on this motherboard? Let's just inspect the motherboard. Maybe we can spot something. I can't see anything. Huh? Thermal camera is the best. Thermal camera is the best. I'll plug in the power supply here. Let's plug the power supply. Power supply plugged, is taking 3 point. Let's see what is taking that current. I can't see anything. The other side. What is this? Those are the input MOSFETs. Okay. Those are the input MOSFETs. Okay, what I want to do, let's come with power supply after the input section. Because if we come with power before, obviously MOSFETs will get what? We just want to see if this short is after the MOSFETs. On the current sensor here is taking. What is that? Check here. What is that component? Huh? What is that? Yeah, this capacitor is getting hot. That capacitor is getting hot. Let's go on a microscope and try to figure it out what's going on here. We have the charging port here. That's the charging port. Microscope now better. And what is here? We have the charging port here. They replaced the charging port, as you can see. This port was replaced, but it looks solid. But the port looks solid. So we have a big track. We have two inductors here in the big track. Let's follow that track. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and you have those small guys here. This is the first MOSFET, second MOSFET, the current sensor. From this point, the voltage is going everywhere. And what is getting hot here? We have those guys. Those capacitors, they use a different capacitors on the input section. And I believe these capacitors, they are on the 19 volts power line, but we shall check the voltage after. We'll check the voltage after. Diode 0, 0. We can use alcohol because I'm not sure which capacitor is the problem here. I'm not sure, but let's use alcohol. Let's use alcohol. Which one is the problem here? Which one is the problem between those capacitors? Huh? Samsung. I can't see the capacitor which is misbehaving here. But I'm sure there must be a capacitor here which is not right. Here, we must have a bad capacitor here. Checking 3 amps. This one. The left one. The left one is not good. The left one is not good. The left one is not good. Let's take out the left capacitor. So capacitors, they are failing. So they use, this looks like electrolyte capacitor on the input instead of non-electrolyte capacitor like ceramic capacitors without plus and minus. Because you can see here on top is written plus. So this is an electrolyte capacitor which was used. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Let's check for short. Maybe we took the wrong one. And there's no short. You can see. Checking this capacitor. The one which we took out. Check the capacitor. The capacitor is gone. So we need replacement. Replacement of that capacitor. If I can get one. I can check a different one. They try to be unique on this model by putting by putting electrolyte capacitors. That's good. 100% perfect. There's nothing to clean there. The board is clean already. There's nothing to clean here. And what is that? Yes, good. Okay. So, yeah, let's test. Let's test. Let's see now. Let's plug the power supply. It's taking 16 milliamps. Volts. And the board just started. You can maybe we have light here. You see that light? Maybe it is the power on light. Let's check for power. But if I see that light, I know we now have 19 volts and 3.3. On the current sensor, I have 19. Let's go to that capacitor, which we replaced here. I want to see what kind of voltage is on that capacitor. For the sake of tomorrow. And we have 19 volts. What I told you, they use like a electrolyte capacitor on the input. Check here. We have 19. If we check on other ceramic capacitors here, you see here. Check here. We have 19. Here. We have 19. So it's some kind of confusion. So if you have this kind of laptop like a Samsung NP300, don't expect you to see ceramic capacitors there. They use electrolyte capacitor on the input. You see this capacitor is connected on the 19 volts power line. Even this one, we have 19. These are electrolyte capacitors. So what we can do is to test. That's the only thing that we can do. Let me put all together and then we test. Let's see now. Power supply plugged, taking 16 milliamps, which I believe is fine. On 900, 800, and we have Samsung log. The laptop just came on. F1 to continue. And it's loading Windows. You see? It's now taking 1.2, 900, and it's loading Windows. So the job is done. So they see the laptop is not turning on. They thought it's a charging port job. They replaced the charging port, but the laptop did not power on. Okay. There's user password. Touchpad is working. Keyboard. Everything is just working fine. Everything is just working fine. So, like, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell for future updates. So at least you will learn something. that kind of confusion can happen. You think, no, you'll be busy looking for shorted ceramic capacitors. But with thermal camera, we just identify the problem at once. And yeah, that was the job. Like, subscribe, also share our videos to your beloved friends and relatives, ex-girlfriends. See you on the next game. Bye.